Thanks for staying with us. It's good every once in a while we have a celebrity in the house that will come talk to us. This one is a world figure as it is because he is a Guinness World Record holder. His name is Idem Abasifreke and he's popularly known as Beats Black, aka Black Star Beats, an artist, music producer, OAP, music counselor, sound engineer, mixing and mastering engineer from Idem Abasifreke, local government area of Akwa Ibom State, and he's here with us to talk with us on his journey so far. So good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, my viewers. Thanks for having me.
I'm sitting in the studio with celebrity. Okay, it's good to know that you have achieved this. Let's just get to know this first world record that you broke.
Yeah.
Had a process towards it and how you were able to achieve it. Let's start with that.
Yeah, longest recording with multiple artists. Yeah, I applied 2023 around September of 2023. That was around 23rd September, and it was approved January. But it was approved around December. So at that December, I did a sponsored art on my Facebook and Instagram, scouting for music artists, up and coming stars that can, freestyle for hours, Then around January, everything was set. Then we attempted the record on 10 February, and it ended on 14 February, Valentine's Day.
Interesting. Where was this?
At VI here, 32B Musaya Adwa Street. One TAC Lagos, one location there,
Okay.
via Victoria Island here in Lagos.
Okay, so how many artists were able to turn up?
We had 150 artists, and some of them, we still had some people standing on background in case you're not able to sing to 1 hour. But the total numbers of artists we had there was 150.
So it was just a marathon for 1 hour. Anybody who enters the studio will be singing for 1 hour.
You sing for 1 hour. It's recording marathon, not a kind of studio section. So it's all about recording on a stretch, So we had like 30 beats of 2 minutes, making 1 hour, 30 different beats. Some of the artists will come with the beats they're used to. Some we give them the beats and they sing for straight 1 full hour. Each artist, 1 hour.
Oh, that's interesting. I remember when in those days, believe it or not, I tried my hands on music. We went to the studio. Inside the studio, one session we were doing 8 songs.
Yeah.
And inside that one session, we will do the instrumentation then, we do the voicing then, and they cut it and give to you in the morning, and that's it.
But
these days is not like that.
Yeah,
so how were they able to survive?
I learned production
differently.
Yeah, I learned production in the analog way, what you're saying, but now we've moved it to the level where you can have a computer, your laptop, you have your headset and a sound card with mic, and you have a studio there.
I'm just wondering how the new generation that takes some of them will take 5 studio sessions to perfect one song.
Yeah.
So they are built differently from how we were built. So how they were they able to cook?
Then before you come to the studio, you've done your rehearsals.
Yes.
Now you can just go to the studio, you have the money, you just go to the studio, the beat will be created there, you start writing there. So after recording, you go to the house. You can listen and see the mistake. You come back again.
Oh boy, our time was different. You're coming and you're saying, you know what? This is my bass-line. This is how I want it. This is how I want the rhythm. This is how. Then accompaniments, you can do whatever you want.
But back then it was recorded in a tape, so you can't change. If you even make a mistake, you get a fresh tape, a full tape.
We were Superman then. Okay, so now I'm glad with but it takes money to do this kind of thing.
Yes,
it takes a lot of money. How were you able to get that?
It was
kind of
not easy. I spent all I had then, because 150 artists, and it's not easy to get a hotel room in VI. So we gave 150 artists hotel room to stay. We fed them for the 5 days. It was all about me, my family and friends. Those were the people. I tried looking for, partners and sponsors, but some people are like, they want you to get there before they can come in. It's hard to have somebody follow you from when you're starting, And some companies, like I will not want to mention the name, but I had a company that was with me till 2 days to the marathon. They had to back down because they were saying that because they are energy, company, energy drink company, so they don't want me to go and fail, and they'll say that it's their brand that got me bad. But all good. We went, we saw, and we conquered.
What happened to we did our best? Why didn't you think about that? They would have now
they could have been they could have been proud that they sponsored a 95 hours 59-minute world record.
That's how long you went?
Yes, I applied for 96 hours, and we recorded till when we reached 96 hours. We tried to push it to 100, but my timer, my stopwatch stopped at exactly 96 hours 59 minutes 59 seconds. So by the plus and minus, the world record, the record holders had to give me 95 hours 59-minute achievement. So we used 5 days, stayed awake for 5 days, recorded 150 artists for 5 days.
Why did they subtract the other minutes that were on top?
They know the maths. They know the maths. Inside when you're doing it, there are so many things.
Like Nigerian
lecturers. There are so many things, technical breakdowns, different things like that happens. So from your calculations, sometimes you might want to go take a 5-minute break before you come. It's more than 5 minutes. So you need to work a full hour to get back that 5 minutes to pay the debt. So many calculations.
It's like the FIFA stopwatch.
Yeah. Okay. So many calculations.
Okay, so what happens to the songs that these people did? If you did so many songs, 1 hour for everybody, some of them may have had a full album out of that. So what happened to the songs?
I planned to possibly release the track with their content, but through the process of recording this recording marathon, we discovered that most of these tracks were not properly recorded. In a sense that the artists were freestyling. The aim was don't stop talking, don't stop recording. So even if you make a mistake, you can just say whatever. I had plans of bringing a man of God to come preach. My aim was things that can make the recording have a long time recording. So most of the artists were freestyling. Some were saying blunders, some were just shouting. There was no, the normal rudiments of music recording was not followed, in a sense that if you make a mistake, you can stop, come back, review and all this, but it was just a straight recording. So that's why I was like, man, we can't give this product outside, but the artists can listen and come work well on it, so we can have a good product. It's better to give a good product than to give something.
And at this point, they'll have to pay you.
Yeah, that's when the business starts. But after the marathon, that's why I said I empowered 150 artists. After the marathon, we selected like 15 artists for free EP production of 5 tracks. That's recording well properly. We selected artists for single productions, and those ones that were standing as backup artists, like if you don't do well, I come in and help. Those ones were selected for EP production and single production. So they did some. After the marathon, we gave them an opportunity in the studio for like 3 months to work, to produce good quality music for free. You help me get this, I help you get this, And I also plan to bring some record labels to come view the artists then, but some of them back down. But we've gone past that level of whatever happened. We are now on where we're going to.
Okay, before we enter something else, now that they know that you will not fail, because you didn't fail, how are those people that you approached that backed out feeling right now? What relationship do you have with them now? Did you just say, okay, now I've achieved what I wanted, I will not go back to them? Or you are going back to them and telling them, you know what, see, you didn't believe, but I did it. Now I want another project.
I want to say this out there. If you're a brand and a company listening to me now, go to your page on Instagram and Facebook. You may possibly find me there. So most of those brands that didn't come in, I still, after the marathon, I went back with just a photo of me, like, we did that, but I didn't go in the sense of partnering. It's all up to their marketing department if they see need for. But when I was thinking of the marathon, I thought of them. Then after the marathon, I'm still thinking of something else. You know, I still had another marathon to think of. I had the artist to think of. I had the evidence to think of. And even after that, but I still went back to, you know, reaching out to most of those brands. Like, yeah, we've done it. And especially the brands that gave me a feedback. You know, there are so many brands. I reached out to almost 200 brands, and you know the algorithm of social media. Whatever you're doing, it comes more. So if at that time, if I open my phone, I scroll 1, 2, I'll see a company. I'll now DM. Would you like to be? I did it personally. I didn't do it with this. So I wanted them to see me direct, contact me direct. So I did it personally. I reach out to them. So the brands that replied, maybe we're not interested, or thank you for, you know, those were the people I went back to. Like, we've done it, we've made it, just for.
So beyond the empowerment of the other people, what kind of empowerment do you hope to get for yourself from here? Is it like you want to have a record label? Because you empowered the artists, some of them came back, and that is more than 20.
I have like 60 with me.
So 60, if 60 people come back to you and they're doing something really good, are you also thinking about owning a record label?
Owning a record label is big. You know, I started as a music artist back then, 2005. Then when some producers were not able to give me my quality, I was like, man, I need to learn this thing so I'll not do this mistake they did for me. So right from then, I've been pushing. I've worked with some crews and some record labels. But me having a record label, it's a big dream for me. I wish I could. So I'll be able to select and pick the right and show Nigeria.
What about partnering with a record label?
I'm open for partnership. But you know, right now in Nigeria, you don't need to go to them. They need to come to you. That's it. Because if you go to them, you still get, depression comes in all those ways. Yeah. I always tell people, stay off those kind of things, those kind of mentality. It doesn't work, doesn't mean it will not. The right time is the right time. So I believe that when once a particular brand gets exposed to my quality, not just me being a world record holder, it's all about the quality you give. From your mixes.
Because you're talking like a person who is very confident now. You went out to like 200 brands. But now you're advising people, don't go to them.
No, don't stress. No, I'm not saying they should not go to them. You know, some people, if you go to a particular, like, if it's not me, someone in my position that went to 200 people and had a 0 feedback, you feel like, man, let me stay off this and focus. But at the same time, even as I was focusing on how to get brands, I was more focused on how to get the record. That's why I did not do massive publicity. I didn't have the money to do, pay this media house, pay this influencer, but I was focusing on get the bag, and other things will be
added on to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you intend to move beyond this? Is this the only world record you want to achieve, or you have something in mind, like maybe surpassing the record of Solomon?
Like
1001 wives.
I initially, after I learned about Guinness World Record officially, because when I was growing up, I thought it's going to be keep long fingernails, long hair and all this. But when I saw Hill the Bassi, and I was like, so you can do this in your field. Okay, I had to make research. So I saw like 5 records I can do. 5. You know, it's not easy. But presently now, I am the only African that has attempted 2 records in 2 categories. You know, one, I have one here, longest recording with multiple artists. Now,
before you enter the second one, who was the record holder before you broke the world record?
On this hour,
I'm not sure this is the first time.
Yes, one producer, a music producer, did for 40 hours, 19 minutes. So I broke the 40 hours and set 95 hours.
Okay. Now, how does this Guinness World Record work? You applied for 96 hours.
96 hours,
okay.
Yeah.
What if you applied for 96 hours, but you were able to do 80 hours? but it was still surpassing the other one. Does
Yeah,
it count against you?
you've broken the record, so now you're
But you
certain.
didn't get to the one that you wanted.
I did being I was able to push to 150 hours. I'll set the 150 because what you applied, yes, as far as you're following the rules, yes, as far as you've broken the record, now you're on your way to set whatever you plan to set. So like mine that I did, one of my friend, someone from Akwa Ibom, Mighty George, is a media personnel.
Yeah,
he applied for 100 hours and he went to 110 hours, and the world record holders gave him 105 hours. So it's possible to be anywhere, except you don't have the strength. But it's good to do what you said you want to do.
So what time were you having? Let's just know how it is. Today we have you, Guinness World Record holder, and we who have not attempted it and may never attempt it will be thinking about, how do you get bathroom breaks? How do you get the opportunity to eat that your afang and atama soup with mfi inside? So how does it work?
First, it's the mindset. When I was doing this marathon, there was a time I was pressed kind of. I started 30 minutes. I was supposed to go for 4 hours. I started 30 minutes. So I was holding myself for like 3 hours, 30 minutes. I was supposed to go take a leak, but I was not able. I was dancing, trying to control myself.
I know that.
I would stand up, I would sit down. Even my second attempt, it happened in a while. My brother was like, just take your mind off it for like 30 minutes. So eating, sometimes some record you can eat while you're on the marathon. Like this, I was not the person singing. So I was eating, I was talking, I was free. I was even on my phone to keep me busy, as far as it's not interrupting your attempt. Many people in Nigeria, why they attempt a world record and they don't get it, it's not because they didn't follow the rules. It's because of some of this godfatherism, in which while I'm working, a celebrity or your boss comes in, you leave what you're doing and you go and greet the person. You're supposed to greet the person on your break. You're supposed to greet for example, you're doing longest time to cut a particular thing and they say the president is here, you'll be like, Your Excellency, you've done something, you've gone foul of what you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to at least, help the person and go at your break. There's so many rules inside. Like when I got mine, 30 pages of guide to evidence, 15 pages of special guide, and you need to read all those ones and know like you're doing a PhD.
Accept my sympathy. For people that do not want to read even the terms and conditions.
Yeah, some people go. It's not easy. It's not easy. What is expected from the photo guy, the video guy? What is expected from your witness, your steward, your timekeeper? What is expected from you yourself? And the marathon itself is there. Now, how to now upload your evidence if you cannot, bring their agent from the UK? Okay. It's there. So many rules.
So now you're versed enough to be a consultant to the
I'm supposed to be a consultant. Yeah. After before I start my marathon, I contacted a lot of people. I had bills of 4 million. I had bills of 10 million. Some even said I should pay for consultation. Yeah. One was like, we are 7 here. If you can pay for our lunch, I'll take that as consultation. And so I paid some of those things. But since I did my marathon, I've gotten like 30 different people calling me. Sometimes I'm on the road, I'm like, man, I do it, but I still update. Some are still trying to get it, some, because I'm not there. But that's why I told one of my friends, let me come and you will win. Because that's from in Akwa Ibom. They were having this flu of nobody has done it in the States and get it. I was like, if I come, you will win. And I thank God I'm part of the winning team. I went and he won.
What did he do?
Longest time on the radio. He's a radio presenter. So longest time on air.
The judge?
Yeah, Mighty George. Yeah, in Akwa Ibom. Yeah. Oh. He just got it now.
Interesting. Yeah, so let's now enter the second one you're talking about. What's the record you want to break?
Yeah,
set? Are you setting it up?
Yeah, I broke the record and I set a new record.
So someone else did something?
The person that did the record was in Germany in 2010. Longest whistling marathon.
What kind
25 hours, 30 minutes, 5 seconds. So
like normal whistling.
So So I broke the longest whistling marathon of 25 hours and set the new record of 40 hours.
What were you whistling about?
You know, it was entertaining because I was whistling sounds and tunes from songs from like Davido, Wizkid, you know, Burna Boy for 40 hours. Two-Face, different songs, Kongwaso, African Queen, you know, but the instrumentals will be playing while I whistle the song. People were dancing. People, for 2 days we were...
I'm feeling a vicarious muscle pull, you know. 40 hours.
It's not
I
easy.
know that whistling is one of the most beautiful sounds that can ever come. And if you find people that are synchronizing, people who are harmonizing whistling, you will be amazed. I know it's a very good sound, but it also shows if you can sing. If you can't sing,
you can't whistle on tone, on the key.
It will show that you can't sing when you're whistling. But how did you survive that?
First of all, you know, whistling is I whistle a lot. You know, there was a compound I stayed, the landlord was like, in their tradition, they don't whistle. Something like that, or they don't whistle at night something like that in their tradition. Because I don't know, sometimes I'm washing or I'm busy. When I'm like thinking a lot, I do whistle. So when I was going through to see I wanted to do fastest to snap my hand to in a world record. So when going, I saw one kid that got the record, man. The guy was a pro. I was like, no, let me not do this. Let me see another thing. So I saw whistling. I was like, yo, can I do this? I went to my rehearsals. I started rehearsing 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day. Now I went and I applied for 40 hours. So since then, January, I've been rehearsing 4 hours every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. from every morning, 4 hours, getting myself prepared. So before I came to social media to tell people that I'm going for longest whistling marathon, I'm like 4 months from them. The world record they've approved me for 4 months ago to attend. So before I came to the people, so whatever people were saying, it was just funny. Some people was like, after you blow this whistle finish, you need to go meet Ijo people, maybe massage your jaw, the rhymes, looking for all the things. I was like, man, some people say, my older brother was like, Black, make your mouth no Congo, Kasongo, you know, and all those things. But at the end, it's determination.
Yeah.
When I was on the whistling marathon, in the first 8 hours, I was flowing. From the next 9 hours, I had pains in my jaw. I was like, man, sometimes I need to force it because the sounds are loud and I'm with the mic. So you need to reach that volume to be able to, you know, be audible enough. And if some people could have backed down, there was a time I was like, man, I go fit do this thing. You know, I've been rehearsing for 4 hours and I never wanted to do a dry run. When I did this, I did a dry run of 3 days because I wanted to go for 5 days. So because of my 4 hours whistling, I never wanted to do a dry run. But I flowed. Then when it was like 8 hours, 10 hours, the pain was gone. Yeah.
It happens even when you're hungry. Sometimes you just forget about it.
Yeah, the pain was gone. I was like, yo, nothing is happening. I was checking my mouth, biting my, you know, crushing my teeth together. Nothing, no pains. I flew. I went there. I was going. You know, initially I had my concept of 4 hours. You know, I do 4 hours, I go a break, 4 hours, I go a break. You know, in every 1 hour, you have a 5-minute resting time.
I just thank God that your wedding is not immediately after that. Because when the pastor or the priest says you may kiss the bride, we don't know what will happen because you have trained them.
One of my fans commented on my page, it was like, I pity the lady that you kiss after the marriage. I was like, yeah, people.
But how has your life improved after winning the first world record? You're expecting the second one, right?
Yes. I just finished on Sunday.
How soon are you going to get
there? I have to, you know, upload the evidence and wait for them to review the evidence. Since I did not bring their agent, you know, if you bring their agent back, it's faster. Yeah. So I'm there. We're almost there.
So how has your life changed now?
We thank God.
Has it improved or
it has improved rapidly from the aspect of me being a world record already has added some zeros to the price tag. You know, the production price tag. Yeah. And now people can really listen to my product, and we're still praying for the ability to have a trademark on the logo Beat is Black. So I know the trademark will not just wake the artists in front up, but will wake all the artists I've been working with.
Okay, so right now your studio is in Lagos.
Yeah, my studio is in Lagos, and I also do mobile.
That's always been in Lagos.
No. This is my second year in Lagos. My first year I came in, I got this.
Oh, interesting.
So in the second year, I'm getting another one.
Just show the people what you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got this. I got this.
Name is on it.
Yeah, my name is Idem Abasifreke, and my studio Beat is Black Studio.
Abasifreke is like God.
God will never forget. God will never forget. Yes.
Don't forget.
Don't forget me.
I see.
Yes, boss.
I'm sounding like I speak Akwa, but I don't. Yeah. But okay. But so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I would like you to talk to rising stars, people who might be inspired by what you have done. Talk to them. If you have the opportunity to talk to the youths especially, or people who have had dreams but are too afraid to realize these dreams, just talk to them right now. And your fans out there.
Yeah, I want to say to my fans and the fans coming and you listening to me, in anything you do, in any good thing you do, keep doing it. You may have ups and downs. People may want to talk down on you. But what you have to do is focus on the bag. When once you get it, every other thing will come closer. Thank you.
Okay. I would have loved to just say this is where we ended, but I'd like to hear you whistle.
Okay, I'm gonna whistle a sound from my new single. I dropped the theme song for my whistling marathon.
Okay.
It's on all platforms. Black Star Whistle. Whistle Black Star. Black Star is spelled BLAAKSTAR. The chorus is whistle, chaku,
which means, like they say, what you're looking for in Sokoto might just be in your Shokoto. That means that anything, it's possible to use anything you know or you have to achieve the greatest goal. Now he is waiting for a Guinness World Record for whistling. Something you've been doing in your farm, something you've been doing in your bathroom, something you've been doing in the corners of your house that people are not looking at and you think is not important enough. If he wins this record, and we hope that he's going to win this record, then it will tell you that anything can make you famous, can make you rich, can make you realize your dreams. So you just might be sitting on gold as you are right now. What can you do? Think about what you can do and see how you can use this, most importantly, to impact humanity. We'd like to thank you, Abasifreke, for coming
so
on the
much,
show
my
today.
boss, for
we are wishing you well, and if you get this one, will that be the end, or you keep?
No, we're non-stopping.
Just
non-stopping. I still have a longest studio section, and that one will be massive because
how different is that from the
recording marathon? Yeah, the recording marathon is recording, but the longest studio section in the concept will be that I'll be in the studio and we'll be producing for all the celebrities and rising stars, and the product that will be produced there will be outside for sale immediately.
All right.
Beat making, recording, mixing, and mastering in the process.
Yeah, some of us don't know anything about mixing. We just know, Mama put, please, afang and soup, just mix it together. That's all we know. But, you know, like I said, it's a day of inspiration. We've had the pleasure of having Idem Abasifreke join us in the studio. But this is where we're going to wrap it up on the show this morning. We'd like to thank you for your time being with us. We are inviting you back tomorrow to be a part of the breakfast. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. Thanks for being there.